Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Wednesday, August 17, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips, and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Toronto Blue Jays versus Baltimore Orioles. AL East Division foes will clash on Wednesday evening, when the Baltimore Orioles take on the Toronto Blue Jays from the Rogers Center. The Orioles, 61-55, have been one of the hottest teams in baseball since the All-Star break and are suddenly just a half game back in the AL wildcard race. Last night, SP Dean Kramer, 5-4, allowed 2 runs in 7 innings to lead Baltimore to a 4-2 road victory against Toronto. Our team pick is Baltimore Orioles. And here is why. This one is going to be interesting as Toronto has really struggled over the last couple of weeks. Meanwhile, we've seen Baltimore go on a tear, moving up into striking distance for a playoff spot despite trading Jorge Lopez and Trey Mancini at the trade deadline. Austin Voth is on the hill for the Orioles as he makes his 33rd appearance and 10th start of the season in this contest. He comes in 3-1 with a 5.34 ERA, a 1.50 WHIP, 18 walks and 59 strikeouts over 60.2 innings of work this season. Voth earned the win in his last start, which came against the Rays on the road Friday night. He threw 5.1 innings, allowing 2 runs on 3 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts in a game the Orioles won 10-3. In his last 3 starts, Voth is 2-0 with a 2.93 ERA, a 0.978 WHIP, 2 walks and 16 strikeouts over 15.1 innings of work. Neither starter has been overwhelming this season, which could prove to be an issue. Voth has pitched better since coming over from Washington earlier this year, posting a 3.21 ERA over 42 innings of work with Baltimore. Stripling hasn't pitched in a couple weeks and he could likely be on a pitch count here, which means that the bullpen could be employed heavily again. Give Baltimore a slight advantage in this contest as Toronto's bullpen is fatigued after Monday's contest. Our total pick is over 9 runs. Los Angeles Angels versus Seattle Mariners. On Wednesday, the Seattle Mariners conclude a 3-game series on the road against the Los Angeles Angels. Seattle is 63-54 following its 6-2 victory over the Angels on Monday in the opening game of the series. Seattle has won 4 out of the last 6 and snapped a 2-game losing streak with the victory. Seattle is second in the American League West, 12 games behind the first-place Houston Astros. Our team pick is Seattle Mariners win. And here is why. First baseman Ty France is batting .287 to lead Seattle and has team highs in hits with 112 and on-base percentage at .358. Third baseman Eugenio Suarez is the leader in home runs with 19 and RBIs with 61. On Wednesday, the Seattle Mariners will send George Kirby to the mound. The right-hander is 4-3 with a 3.39 ERA, 86 Ks and 12 BBs. Los Angeles dropped to 51-65 following its 4-run loss to Seattle in the series opener on Monday. Los Angeles gave up 4 runs in the 9th inning after Shohei Ohtani had been taken out after 8 innings. Los Angeles nonetheless has won 5 of the last 7. The Angels are 4th in the AL West, 23.5 games behind the first-place Astros. Right fielder Taylor Ward is batting .266 to lead Los Angeles, and has a team-high .357 on-base percentage. Designated hitter Shohei Ohtani is the leader in home runs with 26, RBIs with 68 and hits with 106. Los Angeles has not announced its starting pitcher for Wednesday's series finale at home against the Seattle Mariners. Seattle has won 4 of the last 5 played in Los Angeles against the Angels, and the Mariners have won 19 of the last 26 on the road overall. Los Angeles has lost 10 of its last 14 at home. Seattle starter George Kirby was on the mound August 6 when Seattle defeated Los Angeles 2-1 and the right-hander gave up 1 run on 6 hits across 6 innings with 8 strikeouts and no walks. Our total pick is under the total, and here is why. Kirby has been solid this year despite being listed as Seattle's 5th starter. The 20-year-old boasts a 3.39 ERA and an equally impressive 1.2 WHIP through 16 starts. Kirby has given up 2 runs or less in each of his last 6 starts, including a strong 6-inning 1-run start against the Angels just 2 weeks ago. That start was the only time the Angels have seen the promising young pitcher this season. Even though Seattle has been playing much better over the last 2 months, this team is still not a great offensive team, and the Angels' roster is very weak with Trout still out. Kirby has been impressive his last 6 starts, and he's dominated lineups with a lot of left-handed hitters like the Angels. Both teams also have solid bullpens, with Seattle's bullpen ranking 3rd in the American League with a 3.39 ERA. This should be a low-scoring game. Miami Marlins vs. San Diego Padres. The Miami Marlins are 1 win away from sending the San Diego Padres on a plane ride back to California empty-handed. They have won each of the last 2 games in the ensuing 3-game series meeting, and they've evened up the regular season series with a chance to put the finishing touches on their handiwork and take the lead on Wednesday. Mike Clevinger will get the green light to start on the mound at pitcher for the Padres opposite of Miami's Pablo Lopez. Our team pick is San Diego Padres, and here is why. By all indications, this has been the road trip from hell for the Padres. They got stomped on in a shutout loss in the opener, and then they lost in a heartbreaker with the second game only being decided by 1 run. This series has been a complete mess. But there's also pride involved. The Padres won't be okay with just getting swept off into the sunset in 3 games. Miami is still playing with extreme opposites on the field. The defense is ranked top 10 in runs allowed, and the offense is imploding on a near nightly basis. San Diego is hoping it's more of the latter, so it'll make their job easier in Wednesday's finale. A win by the Marlins on Wednesday would lock up the regular season series over the Padres this season. It's a consolation prize at this point to defeat a possible playoff wild card team, but then again, the Marlins have come up short more often than not in these games. Will this just be another instance of them falling flat on their face, with a chance to complete a 3-game sweep right at their fingertips? The offense can't be trusted, but the defense has quietly been pretty good. Marlins right-handed pitcher Pablo Lopez hopes to factor into that effort in this matchup with a 3.55 ERA and 129.1 innings pitched this season. As always, pitching and great defensive play will be at the forefront for Miami in this game. They don't have the bats to hang around in an offensive shootout. That path leads to misery and disappointment. The Marlins have no other choice but to lean as hard as they can on their defense in this matchup. This will be one of those cases where they lean so strongly that it breaks at some point. Pablo Lopez is pitching better on the road than he is at home this season, and he's definitely pitching better at night than he is during the day. So the Marlins starting pitcher will already have a lot to overcome on the mound in this game. Lopez is 0-3 when pitching in daylight. That doesn't bode well against a Padres team that desperately needs every win they can get. There was always going to come a time when they get things rolling offensively against the Marlins, and Wednesday's meeting will be that game. The Padres will pull away early offensively, while Mike Clevinger snuffs out any hope left on the mound. I'm taking the San Diego in this one. Our total pick is over 7 runs.